As most of y'all know, this is going to be a very awesome and busy week for College Football 25 news. EA is dropping something every single day this week, as you can see from the schedule right here. So today we got the toughest places to play rankings, which we're about to go over. Tomorrow is the Sights and Sounds deep dive, which is going to be the presentation deep dive. That is tomorrow on Wednesday. Thursday is the top offenses and defenses to play with. And then on Friday is the overall team power rankings. So like I said, today EA dropped the toughest places to play rankings. They posted the top 10 on social media, but then on the blog post online, they put the whole top 25. So we're going to go over that here right now. Before we actually talk about the top 25, here is the explanation from EA for how they ranked them. So it says, we laid out the significant impact that home field advantage can have in College Football 25. Audio and in-game modifiers such as blurred routes, incorrect play art, confidence and composure effects, and screen shaking are some of the immersive impacts away teams and players will be forced to contend with. And we saw a lot of this in the gameplay deep dive. We've also seen this in past NCAA football video games with the shaking screen and the play art being squiggly lines. So it continues and says, but not all home field advantages are created equal. The development team worked to compile a list of the top 25 toughest places to play, factoring in historical stats such as home winning percentage, home game attendance, active home winning streaks, team prestige, and more. And then it says rankings are subject to change in future updates, which I absolutely love because we know we're going to get updates throughout the life cycle of this game. So maybe they have one stadium rated really highly when the game initially comes out, but then they lose several home games in real life this season. They're going to get bumped way back in the home field advantage rankings. So it sounds like there were several different things that factored in to these rankings and the toughest places to play. You know, win percentage, attendance, win streaks, team prestige, and then they said more. So there's probably lots of things we don't even know that go into this. But with all of that being said, here is their top 10, and then we'll show the whole top 25. So the top 10 is Kyle Field, where Texas A&M plays, Bryant-Denny, where Bama plays, Tiger Stadium, where LSU plays, Ohio Stadium, where Ohio State plays, Sanford Stadium, where Georgia plays. Coming in at number 6, Beaver Stadium, where Penn State plays. We're going to talk about that one. Camp Randall, number 7, Wisconsin. Number 8, Memorial Stadium, Oklahoma. Number 9, Doak Campbell, Florida State. And then number 10, Ben Hill Griffin, also known as the Swamp, where Florida plays. So that's the whole top 10. A lot of people were hating on it on social media. I definitely think Beaver Stadium, where Penn State plays, should be in the top 3 toughest places to play. I mean, with the whiteout there, everyone knows about it, especially that clip of Michigan at Penn State. They have to call a timeout on the first play. Like, the atmosphere there is insane. I definitely think it's a top 3 toughest place to play in college football. Now, I saw also a lot of people hating on Kyle Field being number 1, and I'm going to be honest, I kind of like that. It's called the 12th man for a reason. Like, that place is rocking every Saturday. If you want to move it back to like 2 or 3 or maybe even the top 5, that's fine. But I respect that number 1 spot, honestly. And I know Texas A&M has kind of sucked the past several years, but they're always a super hard team to beat at home. Some other quick thoughts. Tennessee, Neyland Stadium, I think that should definitely be top 10. Bryant-Denny, where Bama plays, and Sanford, where Georgia plays, I would probably bump those back a little bit. Obviously, 2 elite programs. They're hard to beat on the road, on a neutral site, at home. It doesn't matter where you play them. You're probably going to lose to those teams. I think their home field advantages are very, very good, but not as good as some of these other teams. I think they're just a good team in general, and that's why they beat teams. Okay, so here is the entire top 25 toughest places to play in College Football 25, and I'll just read 11 through 25 since we already talked about the top 10. We have Oregon, Clemson, Tennessee, Auburn, South Carolina, Michigan, Virginia Tech, Utah, Texas, Iowa rounding out the top 20, and then Notre Dame, Michigan State, Arkansas, Boise State, and Mississippi State rounding out the top 25. I'm sure there's lots of opinions surrounding this list. There's definitely a lot of bias surrounding this list. I know a lot of people on social media were talking about how trash this list was. I definitely have my issues with it, but all things considered, it's not terrible. Like, in general, yeah, these are, most of the top 25 toughest places to play in college football. And remember, these are subject to change, so EA can roll out an update and adjust the home field advantage for different stadiums. Like I said, I think Tennessee at 13 should definitely be higher. I think they're easily top 10. I think Texas should definitely be higher, probably Michigan as well. But I love to see A&M getting respect at 1. I love to see Mississippi State getting respect in the top 25. Honestly, maybe even they should be a little higher. I think Virginia Tech being in there at 17 is pretty good as well. But my favorite team on this list is probably Boise State at number 24. They are the only group of 5 team to sneak into this ranking, and I think it's well deserved. You definitely don't want to go to Boise State. That is a tough place to play. You can see teams getting upset there quite frequently. Again, a team with a better home field advantage, it's going to be harder for the road team to play at in this video game. So like if you go on the road at A&M, you're going to need a quarterback that has some really good composure abilities. Otherwise, you're going to have squiggly play art, a shaking screen, blurred routes, all of those things, and it's going to make it difficult to succeed on the field. So if you're a team that's high up on this ranking, that's obviously a good thing. And if you go play against a team that's high up on this toughest places to play ranking, it's going to be more difficult to win. Let me know what y'all think about this list in the comments below. I'm just so happy we're getting news and information about this game. Again, we're getting the Sights and Sounds deep dive tomorrow, so that'll be super cool. That should be like an actual video. And then on Thursday, it's the top offenses and defenses. And then on Friday, it's the overall team power rankings. So I'll definitely have posts on social media at Bring NCAA Back on Instagram. I'm in the process of making a Twitter. It's just going to be called Tubby Light. So definitely follow me there as well. I'll start posting more there. But then also here on YouTube, I'm going to have breakdowns and different videos just like this one here throughout the week.